I'd like us to all take a moment to think about the transphobes who have accidentally, inadvertently, against their wishes, sounded trans supportive. How very terrible for them. And hilarious for us. No sympathy. I think it's great. Hey Spuds, how's it going? It's Jamie. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're good. Thank you for clicking on this video and yeah, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at some instances, some examples of where people have tried their very, very best, their very hardest to be transphobic. And it's just not worked. They've actually ended up sounding trans-friendly, pro-trans, supportive of the transes, basically just not what they intended. I think it's funny. What's better than someone trying to be mean and actually sounding nice? Come on, the ultimate self-own. We all know about the wonderful Elliot page coming out as transgender. Woo, go Elliot. Somebody quote retweeted Elliot's coming out saying, still a boy though. I have a feeling they have no idea who Elliot Page is and were just saying that to try and be transphobic, thinking that Elliot was a trans woman. And then an account quote retweeted them saying, that's right. I like this. I too have received comments along the lines of, you'll never be a woman. You were born a man, you will always be a man, no matter what you do. And I'm just like, thank you. They're genuinely trying to be mean to me. I bet you £100,000 that all trans women are biologically female. Oh. Well, I just like the capitalisation. All. I'm so sure I'm gonna shout it at you. £100,000 is a lot of money to bet on something. Can I encourage anyone who hasn't done so yet to please report this homophobic petition against Alliance LGB started by David, I identify as an actor, Paisley. For some context, David Paisley is wonderful and advocates a lot for trans rights and supports trans people a huge amount, and he created a petition basically to stop the LGB Alliance, who are an anti-trans hate group and do absolutely nothing to try and progress gay rights. They just want to stop trans rights from moving forward. Actually, they want to turn trans rights backwards, but anyway, he started a petition to say this anti-trans hate group of the LGB Alliance should not be uncritically platformed on UK media. So it is a very good petition, but the person clearly does not like David or his petition and seems to agree with Alliance LGB. That rhymed, I did not want it to. And then basically somebody from that replied going, signed and shared. And the original poster said, thank you. They were asking for it to be reported and removed. By signing and sharing, you're actually helping the petition. And they just didn't realise. I don't know if the person who said signed and shared did that ironically and was like, I know you're being mean, but I don't support your meanness, so I'm going to sign and share it and tell you that's what I've done. They said, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. You just did exactly what I didn't want you to do and I didn't realise it. They, them is plural. So why would an individual call themselves that anyways? You're asking why an individual would call themselves that anyways. Then you've used the apparently plural pronoun for an individual. I want to frame this tweet. So I believe this was commented on a trans man's post about his transition on a Reddit forum, and somebody replied to them saying, give up right now, you have no hope of resembling a female, ever. I get this so much. As soon as you say you're trans, I think it's such an automatic reaction that either people just assume you're a trans woman, or they assume, oh, you can't possibly be a trans man and actually look like a man, therefore you must be at the very beginning of your transition and you must be a trans woman. So the replies were, good news, OP, this dude thought you were transitioning the other way, so you clearly pass. I mean, there's a little bit of validation. Who doesn't love trans validation coming from a hate comment? Then, congratulations, you played yourself. This guy just comments rude things on every trans woman's post and probably forgets trans men exist. But you look great. Okay, yeah, sounds like they really don't like trans women and they thought this trans man was a trans woman, and in their spirit of not liking trans women and yes, apparently forgetting that trans men exist, left this comment. But yes, congratulations to the original poster, because clearly this transphobe read you as male and just, yes, completely played themselves. Oh, did I just use they, them on an individual? What if you can't tell the gender of an individual person? Would you just assume? Lol, just a hypothetical question, nothing serious. Somebody replied. I would assume. Then they could correct me. But someone using they, them, or any other that isn't he, her, is either seeking attention or has mental health issues. Firstly, rude. Two, then they could correct me. You're talking about an individual that could correct you about their gender because you said you'd assume their gender, but you've not assumed the gender of this hypothetical person. You've realised that you don't know the gender of the hypothetical person that is being talked about. So for that one individual hypothetical person whose gender you don't know and whose gender you're not assuming, you've used they, them in a singular way. I'm a cis woman. I don't want to share a bathroom with TERFs. I don't feel safe around them. That is not the take I was expecting. Okay, cool. I think this person is trans friendly then. But somebody quote retweeted them saying, "You are entirely free to not use a bathroom with women you don't like. It doesn't scream tolerance, mind you." Okay, I feel like the first tweet was a bit of a trap to get people to say stuff like that, and this person just fell right into it. There's a lot of people out there who are like, trans women shouldn't be using women's bathrooms, and like not feeling safe around trans women. It's completely unfounded and just transphobia, basically. Trans women should be in women's bathroom because trans women are women. And then this person's just gone, "You're entirely free not to use a bathroom with women you don't like. It doesn't scream tolerance, mind you." I'm guessing the assumption is that they are probably of the opinion they wouldn't share a bathroom with a trans woman. They're entirely free to not do, but it doesn't scream tolerance. Drop the weapon. Gender police. Throwing middle school biology at them. Oh. Okay. So this is a cell phone. There's the whole thing of like, oh, trans people, basic biology that trans people don't exist and like trans men aren't men, blah, 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 blah. And it was all about this basic biology, it's basic biology, when really it's like basic science that trans people exist. That science shows and evidences trans people's existence and validity. It's actually like middle school biology and this really like kind of basic idea of chromosomes and all of this stuff that would maybe lead somebody to thinking that trans people don't exist. They're just showing their own ignorance. Middle school biology, well, that's what you're basing your transphobia on, and it is incorrect. The very term trans means they were born male, impossible to change sex, just presentation. This is another instance of just like massive transphobia towards trans women and then completely forgetting that trans men exist. It's just entirely, what, trans men? What? No, they don't. They're not real. What mythical creature are you speaking of? The very term trans means they were born male. I've never ever heard that interpretation. Okay, so I don't know how relevant this next one is for the video. It's the last one, by the way. We're nearly done with this video. I just found it funny. This is, ta-da, we have two people on a Bible, and they're in some kind of stormy sea, surrounded by words and other people getting blown around, presumably because they're not on the Bible. And we've got transgender, racism, we've got lots of different things, evolution, gay marriage. I mean, putting it in quotes doesn't make it not real. The anchor is on the Bible. And surely the Bible, they're trying to imply the Bible is enough of an anchor in itself. But then having an anchor, a big heavy metal thing, on top of a book would make it sink. I'm really going in on this, but it's not the only thing that is completely illogical about this post. Everything is. Oh, and male and female restrooms. I don't really understand what they're getting at, because some of these things are just, like, they're all different categories of things. Are they trying to say that these things don't exist? Or these things are bad? Or I don't even know. Okay. The longer I look at this, the more confused I get. I thought I understood what they were trying to say and I really don't. But on that really confusing note, we're going to leave this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any examples of people trying to be transphobic or homophobic or anything like that and just failing miserably, please send it my way. I love these. I'd love to make a part 2. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it, but no pressure. And yeah, as always, I'll see you next time. Much love. Bye. And thank you for watching.